endless and unforgiving roads stretch out before me like the night's bruised veins. The choices I've made and the things I've done are the currents that push me onward. Always onward. For a few fleeting moments, as I drag my weary body through the glowing yellow circles, I am free. Free of you, free of me. These moments are gone too soon, though, and the weight of my past settles back down onto me. It's the dream where you find yourself standing naked in front of your classmates, only this is no dream, and the classmates are the parts of you that know better. You see, when you die, your mistakes and transgressions are laid before you in grisly technicolor. I've had these gut punches over and over, so far back I can't remember much before them. And they don't get no better. And there are some that really stick it to you too. Until that day, I'd just been a kid, just a nobody, beaten up at school, pushed around at home. But I found a way to stop it.
I need the keys for the car for the dance.
The dance. I don't think that's gonna happen, Jimmy. Why do you need to go to the dance?
I just want to spend one night out.
No, you can stay here with me. We can pop popcorn and listen to the radio. You don't need to go. Look at you. You're so handsome. Who are you going with?
Annabelle Summers?
She's a whore, Jimmy! She's a whore! What do you think she wants from you? Huh?
Dance?
No! You've been a very bad boy.
I am going to the dance. You can't stop me. I am leaving you forever.
No!
Like Dad did, because he's
No!
right. Women are worthless.
No!
It wasn't the patience and the restraints they preached about in church. That stuff never got me nowhere. But one tiny act of violence, and the world opened up. It was the young James Book of Revelations, and from that day forward, I became a believer.
You can't leave me!
I'm leaving, just like Dad, and it's your fault.
If you wanted anything in life, you had to take it. You had to be strong, and you had to be willing. And I was. I stayed gone for 2 days, blowing through the mortgage money I found in her purse, enjoying every last minute of my victory. I was a strutting young lion, ruling my pride. Right up to the day I found her hanging from one of the beams of our little house, and an old picture of us eating sundaes crumpled in her pocket. I had a family once too. Pretty little wife, baby on the way, enough friends to blend in, and a split-level colonial in the suburbs. Looking at the image of them now, I suppose you could say I had it all. But back then, God, they stifled the hell out of me. What I would have given to show them me. The real me. That would have wiped the smiles right off their faces. No. There was a monster in me, and the burbs were no place for him. That's how I found myself traveling down these dark roads for the first time. The streets lured a much stronger man down their lonely stretches back then. But even that far back, the darkness in me did the driving. It was that part of me that curled its sweaty hands around the steering wheel, leading me to my next victim.
She's the one. She's perfect. Just do this for me and I can rest.
And he was right. You were perfect. Like the last haunting echo of a beautiful song only I could hear. I had the perfect gig for it too. I was a clean-shaven, square-jawed young man who only wanted to inform them of Dr. Ludlam's brand new carpet cleaning miracle.
I'll bring you the cleanest cleaner you ever seen.
And I'd flash my best Cary Grant smile. They'd fall for it every time. Hell, they practically invited me to dinner. Didn't matter how, didn't matter when. I got cocky. And I had a hell of a lot of fun doing it.
Who's there?
Walter, ma'am.
Walter who?
Walter Smith? I was wondering if I could have a moment of your time. You see, Dr. Ludlam has chosen this neighborhood to be his new testing market. And I've got Dr. Ludlam's brand new, top-of-the-line miracle vacuum right here in this bag. Now, if you'll just let me demonstrate it for you, I can guarantee you that, well, if this ain't the cleanest clean you ever seen, I'll give it to you free of charge.
Well, I guess that'll be okay. Come on in. You can set up wherever you'd like. I'll make you a glass of iced tea. Let's get started.
I'm not here to demonstrate anything for you, ma'am. Matter of fact, I didn't even bring a vacuum with me.
That's quite all right, Jimmy. I was actually hoping you'd say that.
How do you know my name?
I know everything about you, Jimmy. You've been a very bad boy. And I'm afraid my door is the last one you're ever gonna knock on.
The last memory of my life back then was your face. My mom. My wife. The countless inviting and trusting women I hurt. You. All of them are the same, and yet all of them are different. I raise my rotting hand, and I begin eternity all over again. I can feel the dread welling up in me every time I reach that yellow house, waiting there for me like the Grim Reaper in an Easter dress. It fills my body with ice water, screams, and warnings that I can't heed even though I want to. I want to turn and run and cry and beg and just die. But that never happens, and it never will.
Hello? It's gonna be a bit yet, honey. I've gotta meet with Miller tomorrow, and I've got a whole stack of papers lined up right here in front of me that I've gotta take care of before I can even think of coming home. I know. Tell him I'm sorry. Give him a kiss for me, too. Don't wait up, honey. I'll wake you when I get back. Love you too. Hi, I believe I'm your next appointment. Beautiful house, nice neighborhood, safe, quiet. Forgive me. I'm Tom. Tom Smith.
Mr. Smith, you don't say. Won't you come in? I have so much to show you.